Hey everyone, happy Friday. She says, come on down. You're the next contestant on A Stitch in Crime. Ooh, it is warm in here with all these lights on. Just saying, y'all. Lillian is here. Yay. She's going to be a little late, but she's here. She'll be here. Rosie's here. Yay. Mary Webb. Good evening, Mary. Good evening, Tank. How are you? Yes, please hit the thumbs up. I see there was a flyby with Shad. I hope you're still here, Shad. Joyce is here. How are you? She hasn't started the book yet. That's okay. This is the book that we are going to be doing. We're going to start talking about this tonight. We're also going to pick a winner for the last edition. Hi, Leanie. She got me on the TV. Joan's here. Good evening. Good evening. She's saying hey to everybody. Everybody saying hey to everybody. Yeah, come on down. Annie, hey, you're ready. Good. Yay. I know you've had a hard time getting started with this the last couple of weeks. I'm glad you're here. Yes, hello to everyone. Hello to everyone. Hey, there's Stephanie, Lefty Crochets and Mirror Knits. Y'all, she's putting out some videos. Go check her out. Hey, there's Cindy. I am feeling better. Actually, this afternoon I started to perk up a little bit. Feeling tired? Okay. All right. Hey, Kathy. Good evening to you. How are the dogs? How are the boys? I think you have boys too, right? How are they doing? Sarah Bear, hi. How are you tonight? Sammy's here. Hey, she's family. Y'all say hi to Sammy. How are you tonight, Sammy? You made it. I've been thinking about you. We still haven't taken that trip to come see you. Oh, there's Shannon. Y'all are watching on the TV. Okay. Hi. Lorna McKenzie. How are you? How's it going over there? You're knitting. I like that. Oh, hi to knitting. Thought she said, I'm knitting. Which is okay. That's all right. Terry's here. Cool. Good deal. All these names are on my wheel. Just so y'all know, they're doing great. That's good. There's Laura, Knit for Brains. She was talking about how we were wishing Karen a happy birthday. Too funny, y'all. Too funny. Karen got a dig in, that's for sure. That was fun. Hi, Jolene. Y'all have to go watch it. It's funny. Good to see you, Jolene. Oh, there's Lori. You caught a cold? The back to school stuff. Yep. I used to get the throat stuff at back to school because you're talking a lot and then just all the crud. Yep. Yep. You take care of yourself. Bad Karen, no. I hope she does her homework. If not, she ain't getting nothing, right? There's Katie. Good to see you, Katie. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're feeling all right. Hope you're feeling all right. I saw your Instagram post. Fuzzy here too. Do what? Oh, I'm showing up, Fuzzy. Well, you reminded her. Okay. Well, my internet's been acting weird, so I don't know what to tell y'all. We're just going to have to suffer through it, I think. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. I can go make sure that my TV is turned off. But nothing else is on. Yeah, how are your eyes doing, Annie? How are they? I hope they're good. Okay, I'm at the bottom already. What? 6 minutes? How did I do that? Oh my gosh. Oh, my family's enjoying my silence. Well, you can just go talk to the hand. Talk to the hand, right? Serves. Slow down. So, y'all, this is funny, okay? Let me show you. I will show you a picture of what I brought home. I can't remember where I got it now. I brought something home for the boys. They both got one of these. It's going to be a little hard to tell what it is. That is a bison horn. Serbs is now a horn dog. That's what he's chewing on. He's not on the bone, he's on the horn. He's on Serbs is on the horn. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. Laura, I was so proud of you with your hat. I know. He's a horn dog. Hey, Mimi. I was so proud of you for your happy planner purchase. That was just awesome. Awesome. I'm sitting there going, yes, yes. Woo. Love it. Hi, Nifty. You know, we're all going to laugh when I say Serbs is on the horn now, right? We're all going to chuckle. You're welcome. You're welcome for that. Oh my gosh. You filled a cart. What? A cart with what? Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait. Oh, thank you for the sticker. Yay. We get to see Flashy. Hold on. We get to see Flashy. Oh, thank you so much for that. You're so sweet. You are so sweet. Good to see you, Tammy, Mimi. You're going to get one when you get paid? Okay. We're going to do planners tomorrow. That's a tomorrow thing. Oh, she's been a member for 4 months. Look at her go. Thank you so much. I'm going to play the members deal on that one. Oh, we're going to get to see Flashy again. Y'all, my chat is kind of slow. So if stuff comes through and I don't say anything, it's because I'm I maybe haven't seen it yet, but that one's here. Yay! Thank you so much. Oh, that's so cool. I'm still trying to figure out how to make that yarn. Hadn't quite got there yet. Michael's here. Yay. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. How are you tonight? It's hot. Hey, Michael, it's hot. It is not fun, is it? No. Oh, Peanut has soccer games, and then little man has his birthday. Oh, he's turning 3 or 4. I forget how old you said he was turning. Oh, you got it. You got it back. I know you were having trouble with it. Yay. Yay, you did it. Look at you. You figured it out. I love that song. I love that music. Let's put it that way. It's not really a song, but it's good music, right? It is miserable hot. Oh, he's turning 4. Okay. Yes, how is Anthony? How is old Panda? How's he doing? I know. It's really hot. What have you guys been following? We've got updates to do today, and we've got, yes. I mean, I don't know if anybody watched Sarah Boone trying to represent herself. Anybody? Anybody? That was fun. That was fun. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. I am unprepared. Should have packed your suitcase. Oh, that's right, you did. But you put your boyfriend in and killed him. Oh my gosh. Too funny watching her. Right. Oh, I'm so glad you figured it out, though. I'm so glad it worked. I couldn't figure out how to make that happen on an iPhone. It just wasn't happening. Your Anthony turned 31. Happy birthday to him. Do what? Did I miss something there? The neighbor shooting. Yes. And we have, and you've been watching the torture. Oh, that is just creepy gross, that one. That one's creepy gross. Ugh. That is entertainment, watching her squirm trying to represent herself. I'm sorry. And I have got to hand it to the judge. The judge has been so patient. The man deserves a medal. A medal. He really does. Yeah, the tell us thing. The tell us thing. Wow. Don't piss him off. He done got pissed off and took him out. There's way too much evidence on that one. Way too much. Yes, and the neighbor. So these are all the ones I was going to talk about. And did anybody see the news on Murdaugh? Haven't heard y'all say that yet. Okay. And Matthew Perry. Man, oh man. All right. Let's start there. They have made, I think it's 5 arrests in the Matthew Perry case, and they have charged them with murder. Murder. This is the suppliers of the ketamine that was what took Matthew Perry out. So that's interesting. There was a press conference and they talked about all of the, I can't tell you all the names, but they gave all the names. There was a doctor. Yes, there we go. Yes. 2 doctors and 3 other people. Yep. Listen, y'all, I know that he was taking stuff, but these doctors that do this shit, it is just not right. It's not right at all. Correct. Thank you, Tina, for reminding me. They're also going to get the doctor for a previous incident that happened that killed someone else. Yes. It's just so wrong of these doctors to do this stuff. You know? Hey, Deneen. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Absolutely. He was doctor jumping. He was trying to get it from anywhere and everywhere. But the only way to get around that is for the doctors to be honest. And these weren't. They weren't. And they knew. They knew. The stuff that's going to come out, I hope we hear about it, but the stuff that is going to... See, I was thinking there was a connection, but I'm not positive on that one. I'm not positive on that one. No, but now it's like, is it on Audible? If you message me sometime, Laura, when you get a chance and tell me, because I don't know the name of that book, but I bet it would be. I know he had a terrible, he was very, very much an alcoholic. Okay, I want to say thank you also to those of you who are lurking, or if you are watching this back on replay, I really appreciate you. Matthew Perry's stepdad would be Keith Morrison, right? Am I right? That was his stepdad? You have to wonder. You have to wonder how much involvement. It's good. It's funny but sad, and he reads it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he was in and out of rehab. In and out. Is that what it's called? Matthew Perry autobiography is what it's called? Okay. Yes, we talked about this last time, remember, and especially the comedians like Robin Williams was the one that I just loved. Robin Williams, and the fact that he was so funny had a lot to do with how much pain he was always in emotionally. What am I seeing? Oh, I've got our package right here. This is the package. I put this together. This is something I got. This is a bag that I got on Amazon, and I have, this is the winning package for the last edition, the I-5 Killer. And we will be picking a winner for that here in a little bit. John Belushi, yes. Did Jim Carrey die? I don't remember that. Oh, Canadians. Hey, Suzanne. Oh, Yes. I was thinking he was. I was thinking he was. But he was definitely addicted. She may be talking about addiction though. The funny and addicted at the same time. Okay. Yeah, that's what she's talking about. Well, when it comes to Matthew Perry, I would think that the alcohol would definitely in the end be his undoing if the drugs didn't, because they talked about all of the health things that were going on with him because of his addiction. Okay, that's the Matthew Perry thing. All I can tell you about Murdaugh is I'm not worried about a new trial. I'm really not worried about a new trial. I think, and of course I'm looking on the bright side, I think the fact that the higher court took his, what do they call their higher court? The North Carolina Court of Appeals, their Supreme Court, not the Supreme Court of the country, but their Supreme Court, their higher court. They took the case. They're going to look it over. I think they took it to put an end to it. That's what I think. And that's what I'm going to hope for. I know. Old Pooty Poot. Little Dick. We call him Little Dick here. Oh, did Adeline come in? Yay. Hello, Adeline. Good to see you. Nisi came in. Hi, Nisi. How are you today? How are you feeling? I hope you're okay. I know. Little Dick was there. Mm-mm-mm. So we shall see what they say. Nobody seems to know how long that will take. It is part of the process. Usually once it goes to the higher court, if it dies there, it's done. And his appeals are done. Done is done, right? That's my understanding of the system. How about y'all? Is that your understanding of the system? Tonight I have Earl Grey. We sipping the Earl Grey. I'm fixing to have to take my medicine too. I did not take the Benadryl, so if you see me itchy, it's all part of it. It's part of taking the antibiotic. Okay, so Murdaugh, Perry, Sarah Boone is representing herself, and they had a hearing, and it was quite interesting. To me, it was interesting. I'd love to play it for you guys if you wanted to watch it. I would do that, but would have to do it towards the end after we get all the other stuff done. The Tellus case, with all the evidence they have, the thing that got me was, and this is the Las Vegas guy, and he just went off on that reporter because he said some things he was reporting. That's what reporters do. They find the dirt and they report it. And he didn't like it, and he lost his bid for the re-election. And I think that just got to him, and so he went and took him out. Which one? You talk about Murdaugh? Possibly, yes. Yeah. Well, he's already going to spend the rest of his life in jail because of all the other stuff. There's no way he's getting out of jail. But anyway, Okay, and so the neighbor the woman who shot her neighbor, I knew they were going to get her on that one. I knew it. It's unfortunate. I think that she totally thought that she was within her rights. The problem was the woman was not in her house. Had the woman broke the door down and come in her house, she would have been within her rights. I think that she could have won based on that. She said she panicked and that she shot the gun. That is not, I'm not buying the panic thing. I'm just not buying that. That's just my opinion. I didn't watch the entire thing, but I kind of knew that's how that was going to go. There was one more I was going to talk about. There was one more recently. Yeah, the Karen. It was the Karen. The crazy Karen who took out, she didn't like the kids playing in the lot next door. Yeah. Well, she said they were on her property, but when they started showing the pictures of the property where she was at, she was kind of isolated. They would have had to have come all the way in front of her door before I think that she should have been bitching about it. To me, it is what it is. When there's kids around, it is what it is. That's what I think. Well, I don't know. This was Florida, wasn't it? And I was just going to say that had it would have been stand your ground had she broken in. Hey, Ellen, how are you tonight? Right. Exactly. It's hard when you live in a neighborhood and there's lots of noise. It is hard, but it's a part of your situation, you know? See, it does. And it depends on the state that you're in. I am feeling better tonight. Thank you. I am feeling better too. Man, it's been a rough couple of days though. I'm not going to lie. It's been a rough couple of days because taking the Benadryl and being in a fog all day long has not been fun. Okay. Now, the Michael Peterson case, that is what we're going to do. We're going to do the staircase, which is about Michael Peterson. And so the book is called Written in Blood by Diane Fanning. Now, at first I was kind of apprehensive about doing this book because I read a lot of negative things. There was a lot of talking about how she was anti Michael Peterson and that she wrote from the perspective of being anti Michael Peterson. I've listened to it twice now. I will listen to it a third time slowly as we go through it. There's a lot of background stuff on Michael Peterson that you will not get from watching The Staircase on Netflix. You will not get that. I can't give you guidance as far as podcasts go. I know that True Crime Garage, they covered it. I really like him. He also wrote a book about the Delphi murder case, which was very good. I have read his book. I've listened to it. But anyway, that's the only one I can really tell you truly that I would think that you would get the best facts reported to you on a podcast would be True Crime Garage. Listen to loud music from vehicle. Yes. Yep. It's part of living in a neighborhood to some degree. I like hearing the kids playing. I don't get to hear that where I'm at. I like to know that they're outside playing because that means they're not sitting inside on a computer or a tablet. If anybody does a computer anymore, but gaming and stuff and not getting out into the fresh air. I like to know they're out. I like to see them riding bicycles too. It's always good to see them riding their bikes. Hi, Vanessa. Good to see you tonight. Yay. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Hi, Brenda. You got released? So are they not going to be going forward? Did they plea it out? We need to know more, Brenda. Inquiring minds want to know. Y'all remember that one? Oh. Okay. I am feeling a lot better this evening. Yes, a lot better. Hi, Terry. I don't know if I said hello to you yet. Hello, hello. You didn't get seated. Okay. I think I'm hearing the helicopter. Yeah, some of the screaming can be really hard. Yes, it can. I agree. I always want to say, bring it down. Okay, should we go ahead and pick our winner from the last time, and then we'll start talking about the new case. How does that sound to you guys? All right, let me go over here to my screen. I've got the wheel all ready to go. Or do y'all want to show me? You all won't. Do y'all want me to show you what's in the package first? Hey, Pam. How are you tonight? Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. Y'all want to see what's in here first? We've got Madonna's favorite color in mandala ombre. It's called Happy. We have 3 of the Crafter's Secret in this pink color. 2, 3. We have a Lion brand LB collection Mako cotton. And this stuff is so silky soft. It's like I don't even know what this color is called. It's number 756, but it's kind of a light golden color. And you could do it with that. We've got this one, which comes out of, this is Florafill. This is what I made my bulky cowl. It's 97% cotton and 3% nylon, and this is called Brown Galantine. But my cowl, I called it the Neapolitan cowl. That's what I made it with. I'm going to put that pattern in here also. I've got some a little Scrabble crossword book. One of those pin and gear planners. Hang on, got a scratch. I've got some of those patterns that I showed y'all the other night on Saturday night. I showed some of those. Got a couple of highlighters to go with your planner. And you're going to get some of this scrubby in a teal color. And you'll get this bag. And like I said, I will print out my pattern for the cowl also and put that in here. Okay, time to take meds, y'all. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take serves just because it's that time. It's at 8 o'clock time. I'll get it all back in here nice and neat like I did before. So y'all hang tight for just a minute. Play me some sticks, someone. And I will take him to go to Mr. Fiber and take my medicine, and then we will pick a winner, okay? All right. Be right back. Is it time? Is it time? All right. Come on. Let's go. Where is it? Where's your green toy? Where's your green toy? Okay. Okay. Well, you handed him over to Mr. Fiber. An espresso. Okay. Yes. It's the Serbs break. Is that not the funniest thing? That's what he was chewing on just now. Okay, we ready to pick a winner? Oh, goodness. Oop, I dropped one. Hold on. Joan, I'm using that coaster. I got the coaster up here. I'm using it. And I use my Nancy's live too. I got to do my, hang on. Okay. That's my reminder thing. See if I can find the picture of my, there it is. My lanyard. I use it every day, my lanyard. I could put one of those in here too, but we might do that as a separate thing. Hey, Steve. Okay, good. Yes, good luck, everybody. Now, oh yeah, that's a good one. How are you tonight? Anybody else who has come in and I miss saying hello? Hey. Okay, now let me share my screen. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I got everybody's names. Now, if you don't know how this works, I put everyone's name in that has been in the chats for this edition of book club. That's our Friday night Stitch and Crimes. anybody who makes a comment on the video for a replay, those go in also. If you have made something that is related, like if we had a theme. Okay, good. I'm glad everything's okay. Then you get an extra for theme things you get an that you make, you get an extra. Now I'm going to shuffle it 3 times. There we go. And now we are going to spin the wheel. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. Slowing down. Maribel. Congratulations, Maribel. Okay. Now I'm going to close it down and we're going to pick somebody for a lanyard and some stickers. How does that sound? We'll have 2 winners. I'm going to shuffle it again. 1, 2, 3. And we'll pick again. Slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. Hey, it's Jan. Alaska Crafter Jan won the lanyard and some stickers. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, congratulations, you guys. I love spinning that wheel. It's so much fun to spin the wheel. Okay, let me write that down. Lanyard and stickers. Alaska Crafter Jan. And prize package Maribel. Got it. I got it written down. Yay. So cool. Okay, so tonight, whoever was here tonight, I will start a new wheel. What I'm thinking about doing is doing it like, it's really hard for me to keep up with the names while I'm going. If I have a moderator who is willing and would like to write down all the names, let me know. That's how Shannon's doing it, Art Junkie, and I really like that she writes everybody's names down as they come in, but I can't focus. I can't focus. I can't do it. So if one of my moderators would like to do that, let me know. I would be so, so very grateful. So very grateful. Okay, we're going to close that. Open that. Okay. Hey, Bridget. I have more than 2. Well, of course, you know Chelsea is a mod. And I think you're a mod now, aren't you? And then I think, is Mimi a mod? I don't know. I can't tell here on StreamYard who my mods are. Breezy is a mod. Tank, I think Tank, Breezy. Oh, yeah, okay, I guess it does show up. Yes, Tank is a mod. Oh, Mimi's not a mod. Okay. But you're always here. I would have to do that from somewhere else. I don't know if anybody else is here. Oh, Nisi is here. She's a mod. I see a wrench on her. Are those the only 2 that we have tonight? Breezy is so busy. Yeah. Ola Joe. Okay, yes. Ola Joe. Yes. Anyway, you would take names? Okay. I would love that. If you could keep track of the names, I would love that. Sherry and Pam are good. Okay. I don't want to get too many because then it overwhelms me. It overwhelms me to have too many, and then I'm like, I don't know who is, I don't know who isn't. So I have to go slow on the mod thing. Okay. Y'all just give me some time to think about that right now. Okay, Tank. I know, make him Curtis keep. I know. He talks a lot. Okay, we'll work that out. Yeah, she's name calling now. Let me show you what I'm working on. Tonight I'm working on this. This is my just mindless knit. Oops. And I missed a strand here. Look, there's a gray. There's a yellow. Here, I missed it twice. Now I got to go back. I got to tink back. Hi, Bubby. What happened? That one. Oh, right there. Now I have them both again. I will have to let me figure out who I want to be, y'all. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Oh, who won what? Okay, so Maribel won the prize package, and then Alaska Crafter Jan won the lanyard and stickers. If that's what you're asking, Steve. I think that's right. Okay, so the Michael Peterson case. How much do y'all know? What's the matter, Bubby? What's the matter? Did you eat it all? Did you eat it all already? He's over here panting. Oh, I know what happened. Mr. Fiber put a goodie in there that he can't immediately get out. He's going to have to work at it. That's why he's panting. Oh, that's why he's panting. Yeah, this is the one I'm making out of random yarns, like fuzzy yarn and thin yarn and thick yarn. And I built all the colors and stuff around the Arabella. Ooh, I dropped a stitch right there. Oh no, look at there. Y'all, I dropped a stitch. We've got to fix that before I forget. Okay, so you saw the show on Oxygen about it, and it was good. Okay. Now, are you talking about the Michael Peterson case on Oxygen? Was that on Oxygen? The staircase. Okay. But I'm going to tell you, here's the thing. If you watch the Netflix version, and I don't think I've seen the one on Oxygen because I don't have that. But if you watch the Netflix one, be aware this is the thing about Netflix. Okay. Some of the things that are done on Netflix are done with what I would call an agenda. Okay. Now, in my opinion, the Netflix version leans towards the defense. It leans in Michael Peterson's favor. That's my opinion, which I don't think is right. I think it should be impartial. I think it should be reported on impartially. And I don't feel like, and I'll tell you that because I've been studying that case for a while, and the things that I have learned on in other places lead me to believe that it was skewed in his favor. And then the things that have come out and that people have talked about it also. And there's a lot of people out there who he has written a book. This is going to be just one of those random things, and I will tuck that in. I don't have a needle here. I don't have a darning needle on my desk. I don't think. Let me see if there's one in my cauldron. Oh, there is. I've got one in my little cauldron. Thank you. Thank you, Mimi. Mimi is asking if anyone would like their name added for being present tonight. You can leave a comment in the chat and just say I'm here or whatever. And your name will be added to the list. If not, then we can add your name. If you watch on replay, then we'll add your name then also. If you want to wait and make a comment after it has posted. Either way, you'll be put in for the next drawing. And the next drawing, we're going to give away that bag that was so generously offered to us and sent to us by Laura of Knit for Brains. We are going to have that bag. That is going to be given away for the next edition. This stuff is kind of fuzzy, so I'm just randomly putting it through since I already tied a knot, and that way I can cut off the pieces. Which trial? What are we talking about now? Are we still talking about the Sarah Boone? You guys, do you want to watch that? I mean, it's not, we can watch parts of it. Yes, it is just going to be a circus. You guys want to watch part of it? We can. But I want to give the premise as like a little introduction into what the Peterson trial is about for those who don't know, who have not watched anything. Okay. So let me do that real quick. So first of all, Michael Peterson, this case is in North Carolina. And his wife, he calls 911 and says that he has found his wife at the bottom of the stairs, that she has fallen down the stairs. And that is where it starts. In the investigation of the case, it is found out that he was involved with another case in Germany. And in that case, another woman had supposedly fallen down the stairs. Another woman was found at the bottom of the stairs. He was not married to that woman. He was married to the mother of a couple of his children. But that woman who died, he had, and this is something they don't say in the Netflix thing, this is in the book. He had her make papers to where, because she wasn't married at the time, her husband died in combat. Her husband died overseas. He was in the military. They were all in the militaries. Thank you, Tank. Thank you, Mimi. And so he had started to they were friends. He and his wife at the time were friends with this woman because they were friends with both of them before he died. And he had her sign a bunch of paperwork, and she said that if anything ever happened to her, that they would take care of her children. You coming up? Okay, Bubby. So he raised her children after she died. And those children stuck by his side. But when the second wife was found. Now, here's the thing about the second wife. He and the second wife raised the two children from this woman. He had two boys and a girl other than those two girls. The two boys were by his first wife. The girl was the second wife's child. So this was very much a blend, right? They were well off. He and the second wife were well off. He also was making really damn good money as an officer in the service in Germany. This is an interesting case for me because when he was married to his first wife and all of that happened, he was very close to where I was when my dad was in the service and we were in Germany. They were at Rhine-Main. I used to go to Rhine-Main to go to the skating rink to go skating. Remember me talking about going skating? It was at Rhine-Main that I used to go skating. I had been in the housing at Rhine-Main. Not the same housing that he was in, because he was in the more upscale housing. He was not in normal, like everyday housing. I believe this happened in, gosh, I can't remember when the first one happened. We're going to have to get down to all of that stuff, right? We'll have to get down to when we get into the book. I'm just giving you like the forward kind of thing. So it's really interesting that he was in Germany, and he talked about in the documentary on Netflix, he talked about how I believe it was when Martha was born, that they went to the Wiesbaden hospital. She was taken to the Wiesbaden hospital to be born. Wiesbaden is where we lived. We lived in Wiesbaden in Germany. So I know all these places he talks about. And it's interesting with the book as well, talking about the different places. So it's just very interesting for me as well. Another reason why I chose this book, I know quite a bit about the case. And it is telling y'all now, it is set. I have my ticket, and I'm going to be going to to Louisiana from the 26th through the 4th. Okay. So I don't know how much I will be on during that time. Just so y'all know, I'm going down to help Chelsea with and Orlando with the boys. I'm gonna go do some Momo time. Momo's gonna go hang out with the grands and the kids between the 26th and the 4th, just so y'all know. So I don't know how much I will be on. I'm going to do my best to be around when Shannon does her Monday night thing, because that's first Monday, and you want to be at her place for her party to be involved in her giveaway. And if any of you wants to, you can put Teal in the chat to drop your channels. So y'all go ahead and do that too. TEAL. You don't need the exclamation or anything. So does it sound interesting to y'all? I hope it sounds interesting. Okay, so that is starting to sound familiar to some of you. Okay. All right, cool. Did she say it? Did you say it? I haven't said it. Jolene, 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 I'm begging you, please don't take my yarn, she says. That's pretty good. And you know, I'm not a huge fan of Reba, but I really like the Reba version of that song. That song she does that really good with her drawl. Jolene, Jolene. And who was the other one? Who was the original Jolene? Was it Patsy Cline? The other policeman in California. Oh, he wasn't a policeman. Dolly. It was Dolly. Yeah, Reba. I like her version. Don't you like it? You know, we all been wanting to sing it. We all sing it when you come in. Me and all my 80s buddies. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. Yeah. They like the Dolly Parton one. Oh, that's funny. That is so funny. Mr. Fiber and I, we talk in songs and uh, movies, movie quotes. We talk in all that all the time. All the time. Yes, there was a Scott Peterson. Now, that case, you know, he was in court. Scott Peterson was in court not long ago. Drew Peterson, that was over on the East Coast. That was New York. That was the cop. But if you would like to know more about those cases, we have done those here too. So you could go look back in my Stitch and Crime podcast, and you will find where we talked about both of those. The pregnant wife on the boat, and that was the other thing I was going to talk about, Terry. There was a new documentary that just came out, but he was not the cop. Drew Peterson was the cop. Scott was an asshole who killed his wife because he wanted the girlfriend. Yeah. I know. That would be fun. Yeah. Right. Is she really? She's her goddaughter? How did I not know that? I did not know Miley Cyrus was her goddaughter. Everybody's saying it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the Innocence Project. The info that came out in a YouTube video? Okay, well, email it to me. If you guys know of something that I've not talked about and you'd like to me to talk about it, you can email me. Well, those three I think are. My opinion is those three are. Yes, there's a new Netflix on Lacey Peterson on the lady, and the guy who did it, it is called, oh, what is that called? Damn it, I looked that up. The production company that did it. I looked it up the other day. Hmm. Campfire Studios is what I think they're called. And yeah, I'm not finding them. Interesting if you look up Campfire Studios, who produces this new documentary about Scott Peterson, also was involved on a project with the lawyer for Michael Peterson. I think that's what I found. Don't quote me on that. Okay. So, also, right? Idaho and the Carolinas keeps us busy, doesn't it? And it's not really any new information. I've seen all three. I watched all three of them yesterday. The Scott Peterson one. Nothing new, but it's really good. Thank you. I'd like to see that one on YouTube. Yes. Oh, I could have sworn she did do it. I could have sworn she did. Okay, absolutely. I'd love that. I love to get I people send me stuff all the time and I love it. Comfort break. Oh, Florida doesn't disappoint, she says. Yeah, the Dolly one. I've heard Dolly do that too. Maybe I'm thinking of Dolly. Could have sworn Reba did it. Y'all think it's the Dolly one that I'm thinking of? Hmm. Yeah, I know. But her hair was found on the pliers. They had her hair on the pliers. They had the same anchor that was found in his boat. Nobody knew about the boat. He bought the boat just a week, the same day he told her that she was missing. He told Amber Fry that she was missing before she was missing. She was lost. He told her that. Anyway, there's too many things to me. I think it is too. I think I've got it all screwed up. Can we do the Sarah Boone thing? Okay, y'all ready for Sarah Boone? Watch a little bit of we can watch a little bit of it. Yes. Absolutely. Who is it? Polk County Sheriff. Yes, the Florida guy. I like him. I do. I like him. All right, let's watch a little bit. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a minute to set it up. And I'm unprepared. I'm sorry. You know, we laugh about it. I know it's serious stuff. I do. I know it's serious stuff. I know it's somebody who is fighting for her life, so to speak. And I want to see her get, a good trial. I want to see that. That's part of our system. She needs to get a good trial. Oh my gosh, there's already at least a dozen reactions here. Hold on. Got to get it all set up. I just hope you guys can hear it. I may have to do what I did before with my phone playing the audio for it. Because you guys couldn't hear it last time when I did it. Okay. Do what? Yes. Uh, oh, she's just saying that she was here. Okay. I thought I missed something. I think we're okay. Just wanted to make sure you had her name down. I think she did. Pretty sure she did. Okay. Hold on. Here we are. Now, at the last hearing, they said that she could have her hands free. Hang on, let me let this catch up. I'm not hearing, I know, I'm not hearing any sound yet either. I don't think they've turned it on, the first part of this. They haven't turned the sound on yet. Hold on just a minute, y'all. There's no sound on either one of them. Okay, thank you, Brenda. There's no sound on my phone either. No, there's no jury. This is a hearing. This one is the hearing on, oh, I forget already. But they did, the last time that they had a hearing, they said that she could be unshackled. I mean, her she could do hands free, but her feet are shackled. Yeah, we don't have sound yet. Oh, here we go.
Address the factors under the case. My intention for this afternoon is to have Ms. Boone proceed first with anything that she'd like to tell me. I will hear from the state if they have any position on the matter, and then I'll hear from you, and then the court may be in a position to make a ruling at that time. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Have a seat back there. Wherever you feel most comfortable. Just sit back there, Ross. Okay, thank you.
Can y'all hear it now?
Ms. Boone, you can proceed, ma'am.
First and foremost, I do not know what it is that you are referring to.
When you say you do not know what I'm referring to, what do you mean?
Motions were filed by the WFTV and the Orlando Sentinel.
Yes, ma'am. So there was a motion to intervene for the limited purposes of opposing closure that was filed on August 12th by WFTV. It was sent to you by U.S. mail at the correct inmate legal mail address on August the 12th. And the Orlando Sentinel's motion to intervene and notice of joinder was filed on August 13th. And it reflects, it said the certificate of service was August 13th, and it was sent to you at the same legal mail correspondence address at the Orange County Jail. Have you received either of those motions?
I have not.
Okay, I have copies. Oh, perfect. All right. That's why I was saying it. The certificate of service reflects the 13th, but the filing information is out this morning. Ms. Fugate has, I am pronouncing your name correctly, am I not? Thank you. Ms. Fugate has provided copies of those motions. So Ms. Boone, if you'd like to take a look at those, feel free to take your time to review them. And then after you've reviewed them, I may have the opportunity to answer any questions you have about them if I
Does that help?
And then we can proceed.
Yeah, that Wade guy. That was the Joker-faced guy.
If you want to provide those to Ms. Boone as well, you can do so. Thank you. State, do you need a copy of them? All right, thank you, sir.
He was strange, that guy. They're working on the sound, you guys. It sounds like they were having to play around with it. It's why we didn't have any in the beginning. Is that not? It's just so weird knowing what somebody did. I know. I don't understand the psychology on that one. Yep. It's a phenomenon. It really is. This chick down here, we can see what she's typing down here. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. Hey, Denny Benini. There's going to be some silence in parts of these because she's reading the stuff that she says she never got, even though they sent it to her at the jail. They sent it to her. She says she didn't get it. So now she's trying to read through the stuff that she was given.
If I may say,
Yes, ma'am.
one of my topics of discussion, as you know, are the requests in regards to laptop and internet being one of the most important. Would I have had access to that, I would have already had this, not had to sit here unprepared. I believe that is a major violation to my due process of me not having these in advance to prepare properly and to utilize the court's time and everyone else's here by me having to do this now. So I wanted to put that out to you that I am unprepared for this. I did not know that I had a statement to prepare, as everyone else did also prior to being here.
Ma'am, you were provided the case law as you had requested at our last hearing. It was mailed to you. You asked for the case law that the court was making reference to. You specifically asked for it. That was provided to you. It was mailed to you.
Case law?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the date that it was mailed?
August 9th. What was provided to you on August 9 was the additional copy of the pro se packet as provided by the Justice Administrative Commission. You were provided a hard copy of that in court, along with the case law that was referenced at the August 9 hearing that the court had said that it had reviewed in anticipation of the hearing that we were having this afternoon.
I don't have that. The thing that I was provided was the notice of provision of witness list from the state, and then the JAC packet.
Those were both provided to you in court. You are correct. The balance of the things that I'm speaking about were mailed to you at the legal mail address on August 9.
Which I have yet to receive.
Okay. Ma'am, with regard to
This is the first time I'm seeing each one of these documents.
I understand that. They were filed August 12th, and unfortunately this morning, due to an issue with the e-portal,
I wouldn't have internet access anyway to receive those.
they were sent to you via U.S. mail as well.
Yesterday?
Yes.
And I think that this one was on,
So you're not wasting the court's time.
let me see, hold
Feel
on.
free to review those at this time.
This was 2 days ago, this hearing.
Is this the case law you're referring to?
I know, right? That's what I was
I believe
saying.
that those are the circuit court opinions that are referenced in WFTV's motion, which cite to the Miami Herald versus Lewis decision, which is the controlling law on this matter.
And these are mine to take.
I'm trying to leave that down so you guys could see where the closed captioning. I don't know if they've actually set a date. I don't think they have yet. I think they will do that at the pre-trial hearing, which is they're going to talk about that here today on this one, in this one. No, the prosecution's definitely getting paid. The state. Everyone at working for the state's getting paid for this case. Oh, is it set for October? Oh, I didn't think they had said it yet. Thank you. Yes, she fired 9 attorneys. Some of them left. on their own and asked to be taken off the case. Well, this is going to be similar to the Darrell Brooks, don't y'all think? I would think. Yep, only a fool will represent themselves. Absolutely. She is very well spoken and articulate. I will give her that. She is very articulate. I don't either. Right?
I'm ready whenever the court is. There's only so much that I can do, just not receiving these. I don't have any opportunity to look up any case law of my own meantime, so.
You can proceed, ma'am. What is it that you'd like to tell me about your concerns regarding the September 3rd evidence viewing that's been previously scheduled?
My concern is regarding my case and the whatever is left evidence that is not already on the internet or posted anywhere on social media. And I'm wondering what the reasons for the court, other than sensationalism and exploitation, the purpose would be for them to watch me look at the remaining bit of my evidence that has not been globalized. Again, my main concern is it is for exploitation purposes, which has already been greatly applied to my case in many, many ways globally again. And I see on on the motion to intervene for WFTDs, my question is, why is this an important criminal proceeding? I don't. And why do they need to have it monitored? I don't understand the reasons why just for this one. I'm not asking for all of my other hearings to be closed. Simply, this is my one and only. It is my right to have some kind of privacy regarding my case. Nonetheless, it is an active case. It is my understanding that some information is not able to be publicized due to privacy, and it's not their right to pry and exaggerate, which is the whole point of why they want to be included in this one and only most important hearing that I would say that I have on the horizon. The press doesn't have a right to press themselves into everything in regards to my active criminal case, and I feel that from this one meeting should be closed to the press so I can rightfully, lawfully do what I need to do in order to properly, rightfully, and lawfully defend myself. At this point, I feel that there's nothing even suppressible in my case that is not already on the internet and have been spread all on the internet. I'm trying to salvage whatever it is that I can possibly to have a card to play at least one in the end during my trial. I do not feel that it is right lawfully to have them included in this hearing, this one hearing, and I am asking for their minutes to be closed.
Okay, now, if she had a lawyer and if they had discussed this, her and the lawyer discussed this, they would have a hearing based just on not having the press in. They all do that. They would have a separate hearing on that. That's not what this hearing was about, although that's partly. It's partly what was in her. Oh, was it a letter she wrote or did she file a motion? I want to say she actually filed a motion this time, you guys, that she didn't want the press there for her evidence hearing. Okay, because the next hearing will be the evidence, and she does not want the press there. She doesn't want them to see what her evidence is, and she thinks that she could gain some sort of advantage with the whole world not knowing what what her evidence is. She's not wrong. I mean, she's thinking it would taint a jury. I mean, these are lawyerly things that people do. So, but the way she comes about with it is like they just don't have a right. That's not the right. That's not the way to argue it, is what I'm saying. There are other ways to argue it because they do have the right to see what's going on in the courtroom. Definitely. I know. She in Florida? Yep, she is in Florida. That's right. It is. Yes, they do have the right. I think she did file motions, but we'll see here in just a minute. Cop adopted his son. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes, she did. She tried to. And that ad was hilarious. Okay, here we go.
This is an active, ongoing investigation.
Anything else, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
State, do you have any position on Ms. Boone's closure motion?
Okay, closure motion is what she did. A motion to have that particular hearing closed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think Ms. Boone's argument really flips the question. It's not why the media wants to be there. What transpires in the courtrooms, even pretrial hearings, is public property, and there's a right to be there. I'm not going to go over the Lewis test because I know Your Honor knows it well, but it's a very strict standard, and it's the plaintiff's burden to meet. I haven't seen a case in Florida where a criminal case was closed on a defendant's privacy concerns. We're not talking about third-party privacy concerns or something that's not inherent in the proceeding. This is the evidence. And even with respect to the evidence,
Serbs is on the horn.
Still an active case. Florida law is clear that once discovery is provided to the defendant and accessible to the defendant, that becomes public record. That too becomes open to the public. So with respect to the first part of the analysis, I don't think the defendant has established that this hearing needs to be closed to protect her fair trial rights. Publicity isn't necessarily synonymous with prejudice. You have to show widespread, adverse, hostile publicity, and then specifically show why that publicity is going to be aggravated by access to the September 3rd hearing. The discovery in this case has been public. I'm not sure what specifically would be aggravated by access to the hearing. So I don't think she's met that first burden under Lewis. And importantly, the admissibility of evidence. Ms. Boone said she didn't think there was anything suppressible, but even if there was, courts often suppress evidence but still allow access
That
to
was the horn.
hearings and the evidence themselves. That's fairly routine. That alone, just the potential admissibility, that alone is not a sufficient reason under Lewis to close a hearing. And as Your Honor is aware, there's plenty of alternatives under the second factor to protect the defendant's fair trial rights. Careful questioning and jury selection can protect against publicity. The courts of this circuit have had their fair share and are well familiar with high-profile cases. And
That's
they're well
true.
equipped to insulate and protect juries from even prejudicial publicity. And finally, any closure would have to be effective and broader than necessary. Again, I'm not sure why the hearing would need to be closed, but I think even Ms. Boone has indicated it would be ineffective with what's already out there. And that was a consideration under Lewis. If the information is out there, the discovery in this case has been public, there's no reason to close a hearing that's simply going to discuss things that have already been made public.
That's right.
Heightened public attention only increases the need for transparency. Closure of judicial proceedings is a drastic remedy, and I don't believe the plaintiff has met her burden in this case. Unless you have any other questions.
I do not.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Any closing remarks from you, Ms. Boone?
Yes, Your Honor. First, I'm only asking for this one hearing, which is a very important hearing. I believe that the press is simply in it for ratings and publicity. My evidence is active, and I'm trying to salvage the little bit of anything that I have pertaining to my evidence that is not available online, which would be in that hearing. And I also heard she was speaking in regards to once discovery has been received and is therefore public record. I just received my discovery for the first time, and I'm still reviewing most, if not all of it. And I have not had the time to go through all of it, but I literally, on the record, just received my discovery to even have an opportunity to prepare to review any of that. And in regards to the hostile publicity, I have letters, I have messages, I have tablet information. I have an entire folder dedicated to publicity in more than one way as being hostile, good, bad, ugly. It's publicity. This will incredibly enhance my inopportunity to have a fair trial because of the already millions of viewers that I have in my case, literally in my case. This would just contribute to it even greater. I'm not asking for all hearings to be closed. I've not had an opportunity to review my discovery, which I just received. I have an entire folder and more information and letters and evidence in regards to publicity, hostile, any type of emotion that you can come up with. I have received from Australia being the most recent.
And so does everybody else.
Just because they would like to, again, in my opinion, for ratings and for publicity. It's one hearing. There also is a solution that I believe, my understanding was that this could be held at the Orange County Sheriff's Department. The question was in regards to transport, which is a possibility.
Yeah.
It's a matter of the decision being with the court. I would like to be able to properly prepare for this. Would I have received everything prior as everyone else did? Having the internet would have helped also in regards to receiving the notice via email.
Oh, let it go. The judge already said.
Yes, I'm handcuffed, but I am unprepared for this rebuttal in regards for me to have privacy, expected privacy to a certain degree, and by law, to have this one hearing closed. And we also have an active case that is ongoing, active evidence. And there's a solution for it to be held at the Orange County Sheriff's Department as well.
Anything else from the state?
I wasn't going to bring it up until after ruling on the motion, but the parties have reached an agreement to do this on our own. As soon as that is accomplished, if it's accomplished to both of our satisfaction, then I'll let the court know.
Okay, we'll address that momentarily. Ms. Fugate, anything else? All right. Under the Miami Herald versus Lewis case, ma'am, Ms. Boone, you had the burden of producing evidence and proving by a greater weight of the evidence that closure is necessary. What has been presented today has failed to meet that burden. Your motion to close the September 3rd viewing is denied. The court will follow up with a written order that you'll be hand delivered today. Ms. Fugate, if you don't have no longer any business before this court, you are free to go, ma'am. Thank you. Have a pleasant afternoon.
Oh, I'm not sure if it's death penalty or not. Does anybody know?
Yes, ma'am.
Forgive me.
I always forget which ones are.
When you stated to the court that my motion was oral, was this during the last hearing that we had?
You requested this both, ma'am, on August 5 and on August 9.
What was it specifically that I requested?
You had requested privacy with regard to the September 3rd hearing. And I advised you that I needed to look at the law on it. And you asked again on September 9th when we were going to address it. I said that we would address it on the 14th. You asked for copies of the law, and those were mailed to you on the 9th.
Which I have yet to receive. And I was not aware of, I was not instructed by anyone in the court, including yourself, that that was an oral motion. If I needed to actually do a proper motion, I would have correctly done so.
That's why we had the hearing, ma'am, because you asked for it orally. So you orally moved or tenaciously moved to have that motion heard. And we set it up for today since we already had the hearing time carved out.
Welcome home, Shannon.
You receiving the hard copies, which seemingly has already been remedied. And last week when we had our hearing on the 9th, I said I don't want to lose that hearing time because we already had it carved out. So we would proceed with the hearing on the privacy issue at that point in time. You then asked for the case law. I said, absolutely, I will get it to you. Mr. J had advised that he was familiar with the case law.
You know, I'm not sure that I know the answer to that. Does anybody know? I'm going to stop right here. Does anybody know what she did for a living? I know that she has a child with her ex. I'm not sure if they were married, but her ex lived in the same complex or very close to her. But I don't remember if she was even employed at the time. Full-time drunk and bum money off her ex. I was thinking both of them were unemployed. Okay, so the one she killed is the one that she cheated on him with. Okay. Actually, like I said, oh, he is so good. He is absolutely deserves already deserves a medal for this. She was a dressmaker. A dressmaker. I have not heard. So she sewed? No? Okay. Yeah, we're glad you're home safely. I believe it's first-degree murder. Yeah, he has the patience of a saint, does he not? Okay, I'll have to look that up because I really don't know for sure what she.
But regardless, it was provided to all parties and mailed to you on the 9th.
Which I have yet to receive, and I was not instructed by anyone in the court that was an oral motion for me requesting privacy. I thought it was just a comment that I could have on record.
Ma'am,
to do anything further.
That's why we set the hearing, because it was something that you asked for, and that's clear in the order that was provided to you on the 9th as well. It says that we would have a hearing today on the 14th.
And when did I receive this?
Well, that was orally told you on the 9th. The letter itself was mailed to you on the 9th, but the order itself was read to you during the course of that hearing. Specifically, on August 14th, 2024 at 1:30 p.m., a hearing will be held in courtroom 12A, Orange County Courthouse, 425 North Orange Avenue, Orlando, Florida 32801, regarding defendant's review.
Now it's been read again.
Which contains the state digital evidence. The defendant's August 7th.
Okay, second degree. Thank you.
Delivered to the court on August 9, and the media's participation in physical evidence viewing on September 3, 2024. The pertinent case law is attached. That was all addressed with you, ma'am, on August 9th here in open court.
And the order I have yet to receive.
But it was read to you, ma'am. It was read to you as to what we would be doing today, and that we would be addressing the issue regarding the media's participation. And that's when you asked for the case law. And I said, I will give it to you. Absolutely. And it was all mailed to you on the 9th.
I'm not ever sure of what it is that I'm supposed to be doing with, I guess now, oral and also in writing. And again, I'm sitting here waiting empty-handed for everything that was mailed to me day before yesterday, or could have been readily available on the internet, which we do not have access to. So I'm guessing that your verbalization of the order that you read to me, which I have not received, is supposed to suffice.
Ma'am, you were told about the hearing in open court on Friday, August 9th.
If I knew to be prepared, I know that everybody knows that I would be prepared, which I am unprepared because of.
That's certainly your opinion that you're entitled to. Any reason for Ms. Media to remain? State. Okay, from the state.
He says that so nicely.
Reason why counsel for the Orlando Sentinel and WFTV should remain.
Can you guys imagine what this is going to be like? This is going to be crazy.
In addition to what was set to be addressed today, which was the
Probably,
Ms.
Sherry.
Boone's review of the
Probably.
USB jump drive, which contained the state's digital evidence. Ms. Boone's August 7th letter regarding her requests from the Orange County Jail. Mr. J, you made reference to a potential change in the September 3rd meeting. I want to hear about that, sir.
We reach an alternative solution to an evidence view with the defendant. And as soon as that is accomplished to both parties' satisfaction, then I will notify the J so that
Okay.
it's valuable.
Can you explain to me what the proposed plan is for the viewing?
There will be a time and place where evidence will be brought, defendant will be brought, and she will be given as much opportunity to experience an evidence viewing like a defense attorney as possible. Her investigator will be there and allowed to take photographs and ask if he wants a particular bag of evidence opened so that it can be photographed. Inspected, tested, copied as provided by 3220 and the criminal procedure rules. Then evidence will be brought back to where it's stored, and then the defendant will be brought back to the Orange County.
Okay. Have you had a conversation with Ms. Boone prior to today regarding this proposal?
Well, Mr. Lane has indicated her position, which was that she.
Okay. All right.
So did you guys get that? What they're talking about doing is taking her to a place where they and she can look at her evidence. So that it may not even be in a courtroom. There may not even be press there. So, but they had to let her argue her motion first. It's all according to the law. And you have to hand it to them. They're doing it exactly as it should be done so that she can not come back and say she didn't get a fair trial with any of this stuff. Okay. So they have to let her argue her motion, and they have to answer the motion. The judge has to do that. Now this guy is answering. The prosecution is saying that they have a solution for her. Yeah, that I did not see much of that. I could not watch that one. That guy was just so creepy to me. I just couldn't. I couldn't with him.
Ma'am, I don't want to go into specifics of what you've had with your investigator, but has he relayed to you what Mr. J just advised the court of?
Yes, to a certain degree, it has not been fully explained because it is in the process of being spoken about between the two of them. So yes, I do know that that is a solution to my request.
Okay, and did you understand what Mr. J advised the court of today regarding how that process for you viewing the physical evidence would be?
If you could please do so again.
Sure. If you could explain it again for Ms. Boone, Mr. J.
What the defense attorney wants to do evidence view, where the evidence is stored, he or she bring an investigator, photographs, so requested, typically that defense attorney is evidence himself, CSI, present as well. I'm the investigator. And then have the opportunity to view the test evidence. For instance, evidence will use a clothing, front, back, evidence gets like turned inside out, those things. Not amended by the we need this evidence. There's a new piece of cutting paper, laid down, so animation, and basically how the process goes on. If it gets opened, it gets resealed by the CSI right there in front of all of us. The CSI will reseal the paper.
Good night, Shannon.
So everybody will be on
Love
the
you.
why it was open, when it was open.
If I may, is it closed or is it open to?
He People that are not involved in the case will not be there.
And if I may, if you know, will my phone disappear?
If it is stored in physical evidence, then it's brought over.
So he just explained to her there will be a CSI in the room. And the CSI is the one who will touch everything, and the CSI is the one who will open everything and close everything so that there would be no touching by anybody else. But she has been given what she is entitled to, which is an investigator for her case. Her investigator will be there, and he's here in this hearing also, by the way. We'll see him shortly. I hope you feel better, Shannon. Yes, for the chain of evidence. Exactly. That way she can't say that anything was done to it. Exactly. Repeat, repeat, repeat. That's what I'm saying about the trial. It's going to be such a tedious thing, isn't it? Oh. Does she have witnesses for her case? I know that she has talked about friends on the outside that she wanted to have things sent to. She talks about that here in a minute. I don't know. I mean, she has the ability for her side of the case. She has, no. Don't bring the husband, because I'm pretty sure the ex-husband's going to not do her any good, right? That's not going to help. You guys want to listen to a little bit more, and then we're going to go because it's coming up on 2 hours. So yeah, she's articulate, but she's not really. I have to hand it to her for asking some good questions. She has asked some good questions, but it's not really helping her. It's not helping her. There is one part in here. Let me see. Okay, this part here is just the lady telling them the clothes that she will be. Here is her investigator, I think. Let me get to that point. I'm going to skip some, y'all. I'm skipping it. 44. Let me get to that on my device here. Okay.
Live in a female dormitory with limited privacy. You understand, by keeping those boxes there may be a risk as to other persons looking at them.
I don't have any other choice.
Okay, but do you understand that that risk exists?
Of course.
Okay, do you understand that there's a risk that those items could disappear?
I understand.
Okay, all right. And do you understand that it's your request and choice to keep those documents in your possession?
I do, and I'm also requesting in my letter to the captain and to the major to also be able to store all of the USB drives and the hard drive in my locked drawer, also for an extra security measure.
Okay, all right. I see that we'd have Investigator Lane here. Sir, if you could come back. Madam Clerk's going to go ahead and swear you in.
I do.
Sir, good afternoon. Could you state your name for the record and your affiliation with Prison Break Investigations?
Billy Lane, owner and chief investigator of Prison Break Investigations.
All right, thank you, sir. I did see that your notice that you provided regarding the distribution or providing the discovery. you provided the hard copies and the USB with the digital and the USB with the depositions of the two detectives. Okay, all right, sir. And when you met with Miss Boone on Saturday, again, I don't want to go into any specifics, but were there any issues accessing any of those USB drives or any of the files?
Not at the progression at which we made through the files.
Okay.
So, happy.
All right, very good. But as of right now, there's been no issues as to access from what you've reviewed. Okay, all right. State, do you have any questions for Mr. Lane? All right, ma'am, do you have any additional questions for Mr. Lane?
Right?
In regards to the drives?
Correct, based on what was teed up for hearing today, which was addressing your review of the USB jump drive, which contains the state's digital evidence.
Mr. Lane, are you able to briefly meet with me downstairs after this concludes?
I'm not sure if that's permissible with the policies and procedures or not.
Any other questions for him, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
All right, can he be released? All right, state.
Oh, she loves it when you ask her that.
Appreciate you.
Wonder how things are going with them.
Okay.
Wow.
The next, ma'am, is your letter from August 7th to Captain DiGiovanni, which is the court has had the opportunity to read.
Right.
I believe that we have a representative from the Orange County Jail who's appearing virtually. If you could please unmute yourself and turn on your camera, whoever it is that may be appearing from the Orange County
Okay.
Jail.
These are the jail people that are going to talk about what she can and can't do at the jail.
Sergeant De Jesus
This is what I wanted y'all to see.
on the link.
Good afternoon, Judge. This is Captain Gina DiGiovanni with Orange County Corrections. I'm the captain of the Female Detention Center. And yes, I have Administrative Sergeant Stephanie De Jesus with me.
All right, very good.
I will also want to make it clear that I have Orange County Corrections Department Legal Counsel Scott Chevenel on the phone with me.
Okay, very good. If all of you can, if the Captain DiGiovanni and Sergeant De Jesus, if you could please, I only see you, Captain. If Sergeant De Jesus can come into frame, we'll have Madam Clerk swear you in. If you both can raise your right hands.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you both state your names for the record for me again?
Administrative Sergeant Stephanie De Jesus. Captain Gina DiGiovanni, Security Operations, Female Detention Center, Phoenix Facility, Genesis Facility.
And can I get appearances for legal counsel for the Department of Corrections, please?
Scott Chevenel, County Attorney's Office, representing the Department of Corrections.
Okay. All right. Very good. Captain, have you had the opportunity to review Ms. Boone's August 7th letter regarding some of the requests that she has in this case?
Yes, and if it's okay with you, Judge, I'd like to address each request one by one. Do you have a copy of the letter?
I do, and we can proceed with the 7 different.
That is her. Hold on. That is her right here. I don't know if y'all can see my deal. That she has a very manly haircut, shall we say. That's the one who is talking. It's really hard to see with my screen.
different items that she has requested. So if you
Actually, so with number one, the request to have her review time extended, I can make the extension in the following fashion. We'd still have to collect the laptop at 4 p.m. This gives the staff and supervisors the ability to conduct the afternoon head count, conduct the meal dinner service, conduct the shift change, and then the evening head count. I am willing to allow her Sunday through Thursday to get the laptop and the USB drives from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday night and Saturday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. That is more than the requested time that she has asked for additional viewing.
Ma'am, do you understand the extension that's being provided by the Orange County Jail regarding the laptop that on Sundays through Thursdays, additional time from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m.?
Correct, with them collecting it at the normal 4 p.m. time.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, do you have any questions regarding that extension?
I do not.
Okay, is that acceptable?
Very much.
All right, moving to the next issue, Captain, the USB drive security.
Number 2, USB drives. It's a matter of security. The metal tips, the drive itself can be fashioned into something other than what it's originally intended for. These items are secured in a secure control room and inventoried by our supervisors on every single shift. They're also inventoried and acknowledged being in good working order and repair by my DSTs, the escorting officer, and my supervisors. So I will, at this point, unless directed by legal counsel or consultation with legal counsel, I believe that these drives are secure and managed. This, by the way, is the same way it's managed by other facility captains, that you get a viewing period and then everything gets secured in inventory.
Ma'am, do you have any questions with regard to
Exactly.
the USB
A
drive
weapon.
request in your letter and the position of corrections regarding it being a matter of security and how the USB drives are secured, controlled, inventoried, and confirmed to be in good working order?
And of course, here comes the argument.
I understand the process. My only concern is if I'm able to have my hard copy of 2 full boxes of my discovery, I'm not sure why, other than the fact that the assumption could be made that it could be needed to something other than a USB drive.
Yeah, they just assume that.
And I'm trying
Yeah.
to avoid any further leaks of information that could possibly be suppressed or utilized in my case. So I didn't know if I could have my hard copies. I'm clear, other than those reasons why I cannot have those as well.
To the extent you're able to answer that question.
I would just chip in that, obviously there's safety issues and you can definitely distinguish between, paper copies and anything made out of metal, which is what the captain just testified to. That's the problem, it sounds like to me, is anything that could be a safety hazard is an issue for us.
That's the lawyer for the jail.
So, ma'am, do you have any other questions regarding the Corrections Department position with regard to the USB drives?
What was the outcome?
It
No.
sounds like they're, unless I've missed something, it sounds like the Orange County Jail is going to continue with their protocol of storing, inventorying, and keeping the USB drives in accordance with the procedure as provided to you and read to you in open court.
And that's due to metal.
That's due to the reasons that were already identified.
I can't stab anybody with the internet.
Regarding the drive being fashioned in a way that may affect security, and it continues to ensure that those drives are secured, controlled, inventoried, and in good working order.
I'm not sure she does.
Would you have
I'm
any
really not
questions?
sure she does.
Could you please provide the last name of Scott, the legal counselor, please?
I'll spell that, Judge. SHEVENELL.
One more time, please.
SHEVENELL.
Thank you.
She'll be writing a letter about
With
you,
regard to the
sir,
third request
pretty
is
soon.
To a classroom, Captain Giovanni.
So that classroom is a multi-purpose classroom. It's used by programs and chaplain services. I cannot allow the use of a classroom. What I can offer is if the defendant is willing, I can move her to a housing unit and place her in a secure cell where no one will disturb her, and she can review and conduct case review. She will still have access to a shower. She will still have access to open day room time. She will still have access to phones, but the review and her location will be in a secured housing location where she would be the only person in the cell.
Yeah, I think that's what
Ms.
they're
Beck?
saying.
Captain, is this Lima dorm?
K dorm.
Kilo. So my only options are being moved to the maximum security dorm or my bunk.
K dorm is no longer maximum security. It's a multi-purpose area with inmates of varying needs being secured and housed there.
So it is not the maximum dorm any longer.
That's correct.
And I'm unable to utilize the classroom for an hour or two per day while it's dark the entire.
That's correct.
And if I may ask, other than it being accessed on a rare occasion of the two classes that do participate in that classroom, why is it that I'm unable to sit and be viewed by the officers at all times in my dorm comfortably to be able to utilize the phones on a regular basis, the day room on a regular basis, to be able to go outside to recreation, to have just for fresh air? How is that? I'm not understanding specifically why. The reason is it has to be so extreme from going to being locked behind a door 24 hours a day to not being able to just utilize the classroom for an hour or two per day.
Ma'am, you will still retain your rights as an inmate and have access to all the services and day room time that you currently have during the same operational hours. And instead of having to move items from a housing area into a classroom where the officer may have line of sight, I cannot guarantee that my officer will have continuous unfettered access to you to ensure the safety and security of that classroom while something may potentially occur in the housing unit. So as a matter of security,
Right.
the rest of the inmates in the housing unit that you are currently assigned, my staff and the facility, I could make the accommodation where I could put you in a single person cell where you would have unfettered access, uninterrupted access to your case material, and still have my officers in the housing area where if you had a question or you wanted to take your shower during normal day room time, you would be able to do so.
I've been in a situation where I have been behind the closed doors also when I was made PC when I first got to Orange County Corrections Department. And if it's anything like that, I do not ever want to have that experience again. And to be honest with you, forgive me, Captain, but I do not believe that it would be this simplified. And nonetheless, I'm behind a closed door for 24 hours. Is there anything that I can do, any kind of research or further explanation in order for me to try to still be able to utilize my dorm, which is general population dorm, where I do have friends and I do have some type of comfort there, in order for me to be able to access the classroom, or simply are my options from working on my bunk or to the extreme of being behind a closed door for 24 hours? Captain?
Judge, I'm going to object to that question. It calls for her to speculate at this point as to what all the other alternatives may be. She's simply here, responding as to this particular request, and now she's asking her this kind of broad, general question about alternatives.
Objection is sustained.
Exactly. She also asked, well, what are all the other people who have been like me? What did they get to do?
In regards to number 4, earphones or headphones, I would need to consult with legal because I don't know what the ramifications of that is. We've not had a pro se inmate ask for earbuds or headphones. I would have to defer to legal counsel and my chain of command for guidance in that request.
Pro se inmate means one that's representing themselves.
In regards to number 5, internet access. Again, we've not had a pro se inmate, or at least not one that I've been responsible for, request internet access.
Now, y'all, I do want to bring this up. Yep. It's a very, very, very good point. And Mimi would know she has been involved with the corrections in the corrections field. They have to protect her, knowing that she could get harmed for the clout of harming her. I took out Sarah Boone, that type of thing. It's a very good point. Yeah, you should have thought about it before you put him in there. Yep, exactly. The lawyer, the lawyer for the jail tells her off here in just a minute too, by the way, which is kind of fun. So we'll see if we can get to that part.
Without limits. So again, I need to refer to legal counsel with legal counsel and my chain of command to get guidance on that.
That's about the
Regarding number
headphones.
6, a word program. We've not had a pro se inmate, again, myself, that requested access to a word program. I would need to consult counsel, legal counsel, and my chain of command for guidance before we can make a response.
I know,
7,
Stephanie, I know.
phone access. In her statement here, as you are aware, my dorm contains payphones only and are limited to only 15 minutes per call, which are correct. I need to be able to communicate on a regular, normal phone to make all necessary calls. Hold on, I'm turning the page. For my case to use in trial. I have no other way to contact anyone that is not collect, which incredibly, I believe that diminishes. I don't know what the other word is here. If not all of my opportunities to properly prepare. The phone system that we currently have in the jail for the inmates to access is as is. I don't have the ability to make any modifications. Number 8, discovery hard copies. It seems that Ms. Boone already has access to her hard copies. The concern I have to do now is do some research with legal and my chain of command because that quantity of paper can potentially become a fire hazard, and we have standards in place. And Judge, I'm not certain if you're familiar with the Florida Model Jail standards, but the quantity of paper is actually the problem. So we may have to come back to the table for a different type of resolution regarding the 2 cases of paper discovery.
She's saying she's got too much paper in those boxes. They gave her access to the hard drives,
All right.
but she wanted hard
Do you have any
copies.
questions regarding
But that's a fire
Captain
hazard.
Giovanni's and the Orange County Jail's position with regard to the earphones, headphones, internet usage, word processor,
Are you going to represent yourself, Tanisha?
telephone, and the concern regarding the hard copies and it being a fire hazard.
I do, and I was also including number 3, the classroom utilization. I just want to make it clear and in open court that I want to have the understanding with everyone that it is an option of mine to decide to remain on my bunk with this discovery in the laptop, and it is or my option to be moved, but I have the ability to make that decision.
Judge, I have no objection to that. I am not looking to impede anybody's ability to access to a general population housing unit. I was simply offering an option that would be amenable to security and potentially Miss Boone.
Okay.
Yep, me too.
Am I able to proceed?
You can.
So for my understanding right now, you need to speak to your legal counselor in regards to the headphones, the internet, the Word program, and the discovery hard copies, which I already have. Is that correct?
And telephone access.
Oh.
You want unfettered telephone access if I read your letter.
Unfettered telephone access.
Reasonably, I would like to have access to a regular phone. It could be 1, maybe 2 times a week where I save all of my calls for a particular day. I'm always up for solutions, just whatever it is that I can do in order to progress properly and expeditiously. I'm trying to do so by having this where I am confused why this was not all solidified prior to the implementation of the laptop. So I'm I'm waiting for whatever it is that I can do to fully access and become a pro se defendant and inmate. Do you know when, how long the deadline might be for the open-ended items that I would be waiting for?
Judge, this is Scott. I mean, I'll chip in with the legal piece. The legal piece of it is simply that she's a pro se inmate. She's not the first pro se inmate that the jail has had. We've had several. And the issue is whether or not there's any constitutional or statutory violation with what we provide pro se inmates. And I would argue that there's not. She has access to the court as required by the law. Everything she wants is over and above, what our typical stance is for pro se inmates, and all those policies are in place for a reason. But somehow she wants to go beyond that, and she wants all this extra consideration, more than anybody has ever been given, frankly. And at the end of the day, again, it's a constitutional question. Is it a violation of her constitutional rights, the restrictions we have in place? And I would tell you it's not.
Is that a position, Counselor, that you're taking today? Because Captain DiGiovanni had stated she needed to consult with legal counsel as to the issues of the headphones, internet, word processing, telephone issues. Is that the position that you're taking today, or is that something you need to further investigate to have a final position as to that?
No, that's my piece of it from the legal end. Now, of course, she's got to talk to her folks as far as the security end of it, because a lot of those things are in place because of security concerns. But from a legal concern, I can easily answer that today. And the answer again is, she's legally she's allowed access to the court and all these other things that she wants. And really, and I'll tell you what the case law says. The case law says
right, Sherry?
She's entitled to get, a paper, a pencil, and some stamps and some envelopes and those types of things. The idea that she wants unfettered access with the phone and she wants to make calls all day and night. At the end of the day, I'll also say there's case law out there that says, she's gone through, I think, 8 attorneys in this case. And she had several attorneys appointed to her case, and she's kind of put herself in this position today. And the case law is not real favorable to folks that put themselves in that position.
I can't. Y'all, can you believe? I so like him. He said everything that we were thinking, right? Should we hear it again? I really want to hear it again, right? Hold on. Let's see. Give me premium controls. I really need to go back on that. Hold on, y'all. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds. That should do it, right? Hold on. Here we go.
To her folks as far as the security end of it, because a lot of those things are in place because of security concerns. But from a legal concern, I can easily answer that today.
Here
And
we
the
go.
answer again is, she's legally she's allowed access to the court and all the other things that she wants. And really, and I'll tell you what the case law says. The case law says if she's pro se, she's entitled to get, a paper, a pencil, and some stamps and some envelopes and those types of things. The idea that she wants unfettered access with the phone and she wants to make calls all day and night. At the end of the day, I'll also say there's case law out there that says, she's gone through, I think, 8 attorneys in this case, and she had several attorneys appointed to her case, and she's kind of put herself in this position today. And the case law is not real favorable to folks that put themselves in that position.
Okay. Hold on. Y'all want to see what she does. Okay, hold on. Okay, now you're watching her while he's saying it. Okay. Oh, do a little writing here. Let me do a little writing while he's going off. Oh, I'm not listening to him. I'm not listening. Do, 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 do. She's grinning. She's doing this. I love that. Can't help it. I love that.
Ma'am, do you have any other argument with regard to these requests as to the headphones, internet, word processor, or telephone?
So my understanding is that I'm being penalized by Orange County Corrections Department because of their misunderstanding in regards to my, in quotes, 8 attorneys prior. Is that why I'm unable to have anything in order for myself to properly represent myself as a pro se defendant and inmate of the Orange County Corrections Department?
I'm not going to answer that.
Not being penalized, just the opposite. She's being treated like every other pro se inmate in the institution. She's not being penalized at all. She wants consideration over and above what everybody else has.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What is over and above?
I'm not showing you her. I'm watching it over here. I apologize. I can go back. Oh. Maybe it might not be a good idea to insult corrections officers. No, that's not going to help you. No extra pudding for you. That's for sure. See, smartass is how she got here. Yeah, that's how she got here because, well, you should have thought about that when you were choking me, or you should have thought about that when you were this. You should have about that when you cheated on me, she said while she was zipped in the suitcase. That's how she handles things. I know it's just getting started, y'all. It is. Okay. I had to play that part for you guys anyway. But I need to go do my I've got to go do my what did Andy call it? Comfort break. I need a comfort break. Oh. I don't know. And I want to say that we played her interview one night not long ago. Yes, she says, just to clear this up for everybody, her story is she called for help because she got up and her boyfriend was in the suitcase. She forgot. They had been drinking and they were playing games and they were playing hide and seek. They're playing hide and seek. How is it hide and seek if you knew he was in there? You helped him get in there. You zipped him up. We're playing hide and seek. And then she fell asleep. She went upstairs and did go to sleep or whatever she did and waited for him to die. Hours till morning. Till morning. Yeah. So that's where we're at with this one. This is just going to be something else. That is for sure. Y'all, this was so much fun. I really, really appreciate everyone being here. I am going to play my thank you to the members before we go. He smothered in the suitcase. He could not get out. In the interview that I played for y'all, she said that there was where he could put his finger in there and he could push the zipper. They watched every bit of that video that she videotaped, and there was no ability to do that. So, yeah, there is that. Yes, you guys make it fun. You guys make it so much fun. Yeah, I am too. We're going to keep an eye on this. We have been waiting for this trial. We had just been waiting. And Katie, at some point, I would love for you to come up here on we'll talk about you coming up if you would like to. It's totally, I don't want to put you on the spot. But you have a lot of knowledge about stuff that if you would like, let me know. Thank you, Annie. Thank you all. Yeah, anything you guys, any comments, anything that you would like to. Oh, thank you, Tina. I'll do my best to keep bringing them. Just remember, I'm fixing to be out of town. So if you don't see me, that's just because I'm with family. Anyway, I think I should be able to do next week. It's the week after that I will be gone. So, yes, once you get your voice back, yes. It'll probably be when I get back from my trip too anyway. So do feel better. All of you that are not feeling well, I hope you feel better soon. I hope we have been able to give you a little bit of a distraction from anything that is unpleasant going on in your lives. And know that I really am thinking about all of you. We all have stuff that what's going on, and it's really good to be able to come in and just kind of think about something else for a while. If nothing else, that's what I hope that we can do. Plus, I love that so many of y'all like yarn and crime. It's just the best. It's the best. Okay. And don't forget, y'all email me, y'all winners, Maribel and Jan. Somebody tell Jan, because she wasn't here tonight. If you're watching, Jan, don't forget. Thank you for all who became members tonight, and thank you all for being members. I love all y'all the same, members or not. Don't be a Sarah or a Karen. No Sarahs and no Karens. Well, we like Karen B. We love you, Karen B. Oh, she did come in. Okay, she'll email me then. Okay. All right, love y'all. Thank you. This is a thank you to the members. I do have my cheat sheet that I will be looking at. Thank you, Yarn Motivated Joyce. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Mary Webb. Thank you, Lori Armstrong. Thank you, Pamela D. Thank you, Maribel is Hooked. Thank you, Cast Iron Skillet Granny. Thank you, Lefty Crochets and Mirror Knits. Those are my She Shed Insiders. And for the fabulous Floozies, we have Knitting Turnpike, Margaret, Kathy R., Laura Coffin, Karen B., Roseanne Alexander, Knitting Artisan, that's Cindy, Lorna McKenzie, Sally Birch, Debbie P., Freehandly Made AU, Crochet, Nancy Mack, Lina's Designs by Rita, Dominique D., Stephanie Hoffer, Crafter Chels, Denise Lee, Art Junkie Crochet and Mixed Media Arts, Lillian, Denise Hoffman, Holly's Crochet and Life Randomness, Beck Spin, Mishy's Crochet Nook, Marilyn Chapman, Steve, Frozen Stone, Crochet Loving Leanie, Sharon Creates. I always start that wrong. Jeannie T and Knit and Crochet, Adele, Fluffy Boots Crochet Creations, Naomi, Adeline Bell, Darcia White, Diamond Ring Girl Joan, Breezy's Crafty Creations, Crafty Annie, Mimi Loves Crochet, I Love to Crochet, that's Tank, and Pam's Crafty Heart. Thank you all so very much for being members, and I just wanted to recognize you and say you all out, and I appreciate you. And this was much easier than doing a video, putting all of the names in for me. So I hope that you are okay with that. I love y'all. Have fun today.